Good morning.
Hey, morning. What's up?
You have a thing in your hand.
Yeah. Alright, so you remember my graphics card from last night?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's still broken. Probably gonna use it as a decorative item, but my memory works, which is cool, and so my computer's up.
Alright.
And I'm gonna get a graphics card and HDMI cable to get awesome.
And we finished My Little Pony last night.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
This is the intro to Pim's Daily Vlogs. Pim's Daily Leaps.
Enjoy. I'm gonna get a little plant because mine is dead. Best college dorm ever! You are getting a home, cutie. I'm gonna buy him for the plant that has the dead petunia in it. We're at Walmart getting stuff. He's getting a new one of those.
Yeah.
I got a plant. Isn't he cute? Because I have that one pot that has the dead petunia in it. I killed it. I mean to. It didn't survive the trip over. And I couldn't find another little petunia, so I'm just going to get this guy. And then hopefully later I can find another petunia. Maybe next semester when it's springtime and they're actually having little petunias out. Don't buy bottled water. Just drink it from the tap. The camo Snuggie. So you can hide and no one will know you're using a Snuggie. Guys, this plant, it smells like pot. I don't know why, but this isn't pot. Is it?
No.
I hope not.
No.
Otherwise, you can get pot from Walmart. It's Sunday, September 11th. If you're in the United States, you probably have a really good handle on what that is. If you're not, you may not. I don't know. I know that America is kind of in your face everywhere, but yeah. So this is the 10th anniversary of the terrorist attacks on New York, the World Trade Center and the Twin Towers. And I tell you, it's really, really different here, experience it, because I was little when it happened and I was in Illinois when it happened. So it was really a different feel to it. I can tell you my story. Everyone's always saying, oh, you always remember where you were when September 11th happened. I remember I was in Miss Pittman's first grade class, and I was not in first grade, I was in fourth grade, which would have made it Miss Tegmeyer's class. Miss Pittman is Miss Tegmeyer. I know that doesn't really mean a lot to you, but there you go. Now we know. And we were at school and we were doing reading or something. We were doing one of those first grade classes. The principal came up and knocked on the door, and he looked pretty shaken or something, and he called out the teacher and she said, all right, everyone, read the next couple of lines by yourself. And so she went out and they talked outside, and then she came back in and she looked pretty scared, and she just continued on with the day. When I got home that afternoon, I went to the TV and I turned on hoping to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And all of my afternoon cartoons, and all that was on was this replayed image of a plane going into a tower. And when I was little, I thought, why is this such a big deal? It's just a plane that's crashed into a tower. Why is this such a big deal? I didn't get it. And I did not know that it was some sort of an attack on us until school the next day, when all of the 8th graders and people were very like quiet. And of course all of the younger kids were kind of like, what happened? No one's told me anything. Oh, my mom told me what happened yesterday. And so they all told me what happened. I was like, oh, okay. But it never really affected me. I know some kids at my high school, when they were there, when it happened with them, their teachers, some of them had TVs in them, and they turned on the TV and they had the TV on the entire time and they didn't do any other classes. I got the whole thing where no one told me what happened and I didn't get it. And I didn't really get the impact of it until a couple days later. And ever since then, I'd never really had much of a connection with it. Which, I don't mean that to sound callous, because I realize lots of people died and it's a very, like, big deal. But I never experienced it that way. But here, it's a really different experience. And it's a lot more of, we have to band together and stay together and be, I don't know what I'm trying to say. United, I don't know, maybe. But it's very much it happened and we're all American and we have to be together. And that's the way it is. And it's really different being in New York and experiencing 9/11 than being in Illinois and experiencing 9/11, because in New York it's a lot more of, yeah, this happened across the street. I was there. I was literally there. And in Illinois it's kind of like, my cousin's aunt was working there, but she got out. You know, there's not a lot of fear. And here it's a lot, there's no fear, but it's very much, it's more real. There you go. It's more real here, and that's a very different experience. So this is kind of my little tribute to 9/11, all the people who helped out, all the firefighters and volunteers and people who helped save, and all the people on the planes and in the buildings. You know, we all still remember you, and thank you. Thank you very much.
We salute you, brave Americans.
Thank you.
10 years ago, I would be 8 years old, which would be 3rd grade or 4th grade.
What are your 9/11 memories?
So I recall I was in Connor Elementary School, so for those of you who don't know, I was from New York, I moved to Illinois, then I moved back to New York. I was in New York at the time in elementary school, Connor Elementary School. I was in 3rd grade or so. We were lining up at the water fountain. It was outside the computer lab. I remember the computer lab on the wall, it had painted a person who was somersaulting. This is all minutia and it probably doesn't matter to you, but I was at the water fountain taking a drink. I'd finished my turn, the second person was taking a drink, and I remember hearing on the PA, school will be canceled. Until further future notice, there will be no school tomorrow. It was like, oh my goodness, what happened? That's weird. Because I guess usually you'd be happy about these sorts of things, but there was like a certain quality in the tone of the principal, kind of made me feel a bit weird. I went home and I found out about this terrorist attack, and Mom and Dad were really freaked out, and terrorists attacked people in the big city, and that made them very unhappy. And I looked at the newspaper and I saw what this was. It was on the front page, a picture of the 2 towers and 2 planes going towards them. And so I wrote this poem, and I still remember it. Do you mind if I say it?
Go ahead.
Alright. At 8:45 the first, at 9:03 the second. People bashed, computers crashed, no answer from a family's beckon. Tears in people's eyes from terror and fright, as people prayed and worried all day and all night. No one could believe this would happen. No one could believe this was true. It didn't affect just people in New York, it affected me and you. I wrote that when I was 8 or 9. It's 10 years ago. Yeah. Definitely a different time than... Things have gotten all crazy. You know, the thing that I worry about sometimes is there's this Veterans Day and Memorial Day sales, you know? And those happen because we're honoring veterans who fought in wars and died, and they're making a sale of it. Is that going to happen from 9/11? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe in some distant future that it's just not connected to anybody anymore.
Thanks for sharing your story.
Not a problem.
Dang it, I've been sitting in wet. Oh, my pants are wet. Ah. These are very interesting sinks. I like them. But this bathroom smells really lemony fresh. There was a bus. but it didn't have enough room for everybody. And so now we're waiting for another bus. And this probably won't have enough room for everybody. It's a never-ending circle. All right, we're gambling now because there should be another bus coming. It's gonna stop right here. I really hope there's another bus coming because I don't want to wait here anymore.
Neither do I.
All right, we gotta get on this bus. We better stop. Go.
That's frustrating. Oh, we have to let them off first.
We gotta let people off first.
There's some sort of a carnival happening over there. Some sort of something.
Oh my gosh, guys, that's an ice cream truck.
It is nice.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
This Best Buy is so open and pretty. I like it. We finally have the USB that is not 1 gig, which is 8 gig. Lots and lots of space. Yes! It's all so red. Stony Brook red. Yes! I'm so hungry right now, and this just looks delicious.
Oh, it is.
By the way, we are a success in getting all of our needed things. He finally got his new graphics card. Graphics card, yeah! And now we eat! That was a good lunch. It's all yummy in my tummy. And now we sit and we wait for the bus. Again. Yeah! Welcome to the Sunshine Trail.
Sunshine.
Sunshine in quotes.
Sunshine.
Sunshine Trail. And we just saw a cat.
Yes, we want to show it to you and share the joy of seeing feral cats in the campus.
There are feral cats at Stony Brook campus because people like to drop their cats here because they think that they'll have a better life here, which is not true. And then all these poor cats end up...
Ah! My leg! Oh, I was just kidding.
Don't you get in front of me! You get in front of me, you jerk! You jerk! Jerk! I'm real okay. I can't even talk anymore. And here is a nice little log where you can sit and talk to each other.
For sitting and beer drinking.
And lots of litter.
And I guess apparently smoking.
Ay, why is there so much litter here? Throw your trash away! I'm not having you behind me.
Okay.
I don't trust you. Okay. You can't keep me, lock me in there, Baba. I will get out, mark my words. I'll get out of here one day. They can't keep me down. They can't keep me locked up like this. I'm just gonna go down the stairs out here. I win! He's been sitting like this for the past minute. What do you see? I'm not falling for that trick. No, I'm not falling for the trick.
Really, it's not a trick, it's turn around.
What is it, guys? It's back there.
Okay.
We are eating with friends. You know her? That's Connor. He was Harry's roommate last year. Hello, Connor.
No pictures of her. She's in the witness protection program.
Okay, yeah. You're not allowed to see that person. You're not allowed to see that person. You can see the guy next to her, but you can't see her. So sorry, guys.
So we have an impromptu dinner party going on here. Woo!
And it all started with you. Did it?
Well, sort of. I had almost given up on eating here, but then I ran into bees. And I feel like I've never. And then Kevin brought Sean
witness protection person.
And then Kevin brought Sean this night, and then you guys came up, and then Connor came up. And now it's a party.
Rocket, Jasmine.
No. How do I rocket? Like,
just rocket. I believe she's single, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe only gentlemen.
Nope, I'm single.
Only gentlemen? Or women and gentlemen? Or just women?
Both.
Both? Okay, women and gentlemen. She is single.
It's very interesting.
Oh la la.
Oh, the world's finally growing wise.
I saw her last week.
And it's plain to see rapture inside of me.
But yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried the cafe at the Simon Center.
Well, you could just do it by yourself and then edit them together. It'd be awesome.
I want to do it to what? Like,
I assume you went to it last year.
Well, you know, you can edit them together.
she sings her part. And then does he just start off with a reprise of his?
Oh, the common room thing.
Oh,
I've
okay.
never gone to. I was away this entire summer.
One with half a brain.
He looks at me.
Humankind is gone. I totally did not put you guys to bed last night, so you guys must have pulled an all-nighter just like me. Quickly, go to sleep in this ash can. Go to sleep. And this is the end. Sleep.